Good morning. This was acting up, eh? Sorry if you guys see me clearly. Sorry about that, but my okay, I think I get it more light. Yeah. Alright, so guys, I really want to speak about. I don't know if you guys see me. I'm doing well, I'm doing fine. Hello, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the live. Welcome back, welcome. I saw where the children of Jamaica, they have them marching. The children of Jamaica, the teachers have them marching. It is a good thing. Yeah, that's the topic I want to touch today. Yeah, I see the teachers of Jamaica marching and pertaining to child abuse. Stop the screen, guys. Stop the screen. And I admire it so much. But what I look into and take into consideration, those children was marching only have the teachers next to them. I don't see any parents around them. There was no parents marching with them. Yeah, if you look at it, yeah, Robert, welcome. I saw it, yeah, where the teachers have the children marching, yeah, and the children was giving their quotation and stop violent abuse, child abuse and help to protect them. Thank you very much. But when I look closely, yeah, to the whole entire scenery, it was only the teachers who stood next to those children. There was no parents, there was no neighbors, there was no police officers who come out, there was no military officers, there was no church members, there were no advocate that comes out, yeah, and you know, stood beside the teachers with those children. And that is what happening in Jamaica. Yeah, you see, when you're doing something good, yes, nobody now come out, yeah, and come, you know, come and march and demonstrate with you until when you see them have a child go missing, God forbid, or something happen to one of their children or loved one. This is the time when the teachers take the opportunity in their hands to educate the children, yeah, to educate the children and teaching them to march. The children don't supposed to be marching without adults, and adult is there, so I can understand that the teachers are there. And they, I mean, like the teacher, I mean, like they are putting in the work, yeah. And I know a lot of Jamaican no want to hear this, a lot of Jamaican no want to accept this, a lot of Jamaican feel like it's a shame and an embarrassment, you know, when we speak about things that happen into Jamaica like this. But let me tell you something, having covered up under the carpet and our children crying tears and going through pain and agony and growing up with scars and bruises and bad experience and their innocence taken away from them, you know, without consent. It is way more concern than what people are going to think, yeah, what people are going to think. And that is the reason why a lot of it sweep under the carpet when our children have been abused, yeah, because people know, family member no want it to come out of the closet that a other family member doing it, that a other father do it, that is the stepfather do it, or that is that man in that position threaten the family member because he's a person in society, so them don't want him name come over the media, so things cover up and those children left helpless. And sometimes because it happened to these children once and nobody do nothing about it, yes, everybody cover it up, it happened twice. I know people who is adult now come on my live and tell me, Angela, I have been molested as a child 6 times by 6 different persons. Yeah, the first person he tell his mother and his mother never believe him, and they have beaten him and tell him to shut up and don't speak so make nobody hear, make the neighbors hear. Yes, and they had a 5 time after that she has been molested, and it's like a curse she see her follow her up. When she become an adult, she has been raped twice. She said the first baby father that she involved with the baby father, when she tell the baby father brother about her abuse and all of that growing up as a child, the baby father disclosed it to his family, which is the baby father family. And when he think that he would have get, you know, the hello good morning, he think he would have get that comfort, yes, the baby father brother take advantage of her again. And when she said it, nobody believes her because, I mean, like, they were saying that happened to you as a child. It happened to you twice when you're adult. No, you're with me and you're saying that my brother did it. Yes, it can happen. Yeah, because these people, yeah, they only want to use it once. Yes, they only want to use it. Hear you talk about it once that you get abused. Yeah, and this is where they get strength to do it to you again. Yes, and then people won't believe you because people are going to say, oh, that then so many times it happening to you. Yes, it can happen. Yes, it can happen. It happened to celebrity. Look at Lady Saw how many times these things is happening long time. You understand? Anybody will have the stomach to touch you once will touch you twice, and that doesn't mean other people out there don't have the stomach to do it because somebody else do it here. So that doesn't mean somebody else that have the stomach out there to do it again over and over and over. It's happening. Yeah, it is happening, and it's all have to do with a lot of the parents. They want to come out and they say them no want this and disgrace in the family, and them no want to do about this, and have to do with some people who are in position. Yeah, some of these people who do these things, yeah, claim that them no want them new for come out of the closet. Them no want nobody to know say people in the family touching their own family. Yeah, them no want to know say are the man. Some parents when the man or the baby father touch their children. Yeah, they cover it up because them no want nobody know say and that the man they them go take up with that the stomach there. The fact that you cannot know them enough. This is what parents must be educated about, educate themselves. That when you go there, you take up a man, you meet a man, you don't know what you're taking up. Yeah, it can come to you nice and sweet and look good, but because you run from the shame of what people are going to say, then that the man they take up with a predator. You didn't know that the kind of person you take up. And now you know it's a chance that you get. Yeah, and unfortunately your child have to be touched. Yeah, and innocent taken away for you to recognize the person that you're with. Yeah, and you still want to keep your child quiet. You still want to sweep it under the rug. It's an opportunity you have in your hand to make sure that man don't touch anybody else's child. Yeah, so you want to cover up the shame to know that you were sleeping with that man and he have the stomach to touch your child. Yes, it's an opportunity to show the world that you could be sleeping with the enemy. Rather than, want nobody know, say, boy, that the man they go take up. Deep down in your heart, you never know. You never know the kind of person he is. But you don't want nobody say, why a man will go take up a rapist touching that. Yes, cost me. Create stigmatized on me that the man will go take up a rapist. But at least I'm going to come out and say and speak about now I identify who that person is. Now I recognize who he is. And it is the time for me and the right time. And the time is now that I can identify what he did. Yeah? Yeah? Because I didn't know who he was. Right now, I know who he was, and unfortunately, he happened that he touched my child before I find out. I'm gonna make sure he don't touch anybody else's child out there. I'm gonna put it out to the public who this person really is. I'm gonna give my child the benefit. I'm gonna stand up for my child because them can't stand up for themselves. No found to cover it up. Yeah, because you don't want nobody to say, boy, you're a rapist man, you go take up a one predator and go take up. It is an opportunity you get to take that man off the street, to put that man in a place where he deserves to be. And not out there to offend anybody else, but instead someone will just left him man. Yes, and not only left the man, leave on the children with the scars and bruises to carry. Leave on the children lose off, lose faith and confidence. You see them pity them when get up every day and wash plate in front of or sweep yard in front of you knowing never fight for them, the innocent taken away, and they have these scars and this fear, this fright that you put them through and the man walk free. You just make a man go on because alright, you put the man one side and you sit him down. And you say, boy, my daughter saying touch you touch me now. So you want me relationship now go work with me and you go on. Me now go say nothing because me don't want the disgrace if you come up, but you can't go on. And the predator let loose. The predator let loose all because you don't want nobody know say the man where you take up touch your child. You don't want nobody know say your brother, your blood brother have the stomach for touch your child. This is an opportunity to come out and make the world and the public and your community and other mothers and other women know, yeah, that anyone could be a victim and anyone could be a predator. Your father could be a predator, even your own sister, because none of them are lesbian. Your cousin, your uncle, your father, your neighbor, their own children, your own husband, your own man, your stepfather could be a predator. Yeah, this is an example when these things happen. Unfortunately, we're sorry that it have to happen to the children, them the innocence have to take away before you can identify who these predators are. But when you identify them, don't sweep it under the carpet. Yeah? Don't come talk about saying you can't make your uncle go to prison, you can't make your brother go to prison, you can't make your father go to prison, you can't make your stepfather go to prison, you can't make your cousin go to prison. How dare you, family members and parents? How dare you? 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 A lot of them grew up with living with this fear all because they didn't get justice. Let me teach you something. Yeah, you see, when a child have been abused from her childhood, and if you did stood up for her and give her that comfort and make she know that you are there and she get justice, and you listen to her and you take her side and make she get justice, it's easy for her to pick up the pieces of her life when she become a woman. Yeah? Yeah? And forgive herself, knowing that it wasn't her fault. Yeah? And try to overcome and try to let go. It's easier when you stood by her side, when you're dead if you are. Yeah? When you're dead if he or she, as boys and girls, when you have a child have been abused, whether physically, mentally, verbally, or emotionally as a child, and if you jump to the occasion right away and address it right there and make them get the justice and feel safe and feel confident and feel like them can talk to you and feel like them can trust you and feel like them can run to your arms at any time for justice and for safety, when they grow up and become man and woman, they maybe will still have the memory, but it will easier for them to overcome and move on with your life. It's easier. But when they didn't get any justice, yeah, from a tender age, that scare, that fright, that fear, they grow up with it. It is something so hard to get out of them. It's only God can take it out of them. Sometimes they still have flashes from the fright. Yeah? Right? And the reason why it is so hard for them to get over, because throughout their childhood they live with it, and now they become mature and adults where they can stand up for themselves. Most of them move away from that environment, move away from that family member, yeah, move away from that era. Yes, and that is the only way they can find them. They can be by themselves, so they can search themselves. Some of them take years searching themselves. Yeah, searching themselves, where I go wrong, what did I do to mommy? Did mommy didn't love me? You know, is that my right mother? Why my stepfather do this? Why allow? Am I a bad child? Did I do something wrong? I don't deserve to live. What was I did not deserve to born? And they search themselves as they become adult. And the more they search themselves, the more they become grieved and angry. Yeah, the more they become grieved and angry, and you know, it's like they're trying to let it out because they become an adult, and that's the reason why you have some of them so street smart and so rough. Some of them don't want a man, they want to live by themselves. That's why when you see some of them single women out there, don't bash them, but they don't want man, they don't want a man, they don't want to settle down, they don't want a relationship. Not because they see them look good, also some of them just try to keep them head above the water. Some of them still have hood of fire where a blaze, where them a try to hold out them scars and them pain from them childhood trauma. Know them become mature, them just a search themselves and a scan themselves to see who they really are. That goes to boys too. You have a lot of boys. A lot of men come on my program and tell me how I become a gay, because I was molested as a child and I was bullied. There was no one there to protect me. There was no one there for justice. Everybody pull away because nobody. They also started calling me a gay now because they said man touched me and I become a gay. In my community was a stigma. In my school I was bullied, and that he have nowhere else to go, nobody to turn to, and he had to run away from home and run away from home as a boy. Then it started happening to him again. And as he grew older, he just find himself in the system of being a gay. So these things are happening out there in Jamaica frequently. Frequently, these things is happening out there in the Caribbean diaspora. Yes, not only in the Jamaica, it's happening in the Caribbean diaspora. You understand? It's happening out there. It's happening out there. Where a lot of it sweep under the carpet, and social media right now is what making some of them come out. Yeah, majority of them, some of them are coming out. Yeah, and people still acting as if well it not happen. Lie. Yeah, most of who coming out and speaking about it are people who become mature now. You understand? Big man and big woman coming out and speaking about it, what happened from what don't happen. You understand? And I mean, like, George, welcome. I am sorry, my dear, it's okay. 902. Yeah, so these things is happening. Yeah, these things is happening. Share the live, guys. Remember to share the live. Share the live, guys. Remember to share the live. Share the live. Remember to share the live. Anthony, welcome. Antoinette, welcome. Remember to share the live. User, welcome. These things is happening out there. Yeah. And when I stood and when I watched the news yesterday and I saw those teachers, yeah, stood by um um that 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 um that something the life, yeah, that the student them, I was saying that, my God, it's amazing. It's so amazing. Yeah, it's so amazing that those teachers stood by their side. Yeah, yeah. It's so amazing. Yeah. So these are things that people must take note of. I did not see any advocates. Who do I see apart from the teachers out there? There was nobody to come on board. There was nobody come to support. And I kind of understand too, the teachers them trust nobody, because I mean, like, sometimes, most of the time, the predators and these pedophiles are marching alongside the children, them marching in the crowd. When you have a missing child, a child go missing, or you have a child, yeah, that have been abused, and you go to, you put up platform, a lot of who come out and march with you out there, a lot of them are pedophiles, a lot of them are offenders. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of them are the ones that committing these crimes. A lot of them involved in things like this before. A lot of them involved with little pitney. A long time this are going. Even now you have parents, we have them pitney, 16, 15-year-old will live with man. And you go say, boy, me can't control him. Me can't control him, he not hear me. So every time come out of my yard and go live with man, and this big grown ass man live with them at the yard. And I tell you something, and me I send him go to school, and me I send him go high school, and me I send him this, me and him different, him at 14, 13, 15 years. Let me tell you something. Jamaica, Sodom and Gomorrah. Yeah? I'm in the business when nobody want to say. Yeah? Until you don't accept the facts of what's going on down there, how not going to solve the problem? How not going to solve the problem? Yeah? How not going to solve the problem? Beauty, the island is beautiful. Nothing is wrong with the beautiful island of Jamaica. It's the negative people, the negative mentality of the people, the negative mentality of the people tearing down Jamaica. Nastiness. Nastiness without no boundaries. How can you find yourself with your own children? How can you find yourself with your own family member? Eh? What kind of nature, man? You see, I speak about this on my life before. The mentality that men have towards sex. The mentality that men have towards sex. Yeah, they have no boundaries. And a lot of you women know what's going on in Jamaica. You know what's going on in Jamaica. Oh, me don't want to talk nothing. Oh, me don't want to say nothing. That are my business and my picnic. Me no want nobody say me no want nobody say me a informer. Yeah, and so me no busy with nobody business. So that is why the reach rate is now. Because hey, everything will up my Jamaica that have nothing to do with the prime minister and the politician them. It have to do with UNO, the citizens of Jamaica. Because when people come out and say something and talk about anything, UNO call them informer. UNO brand them as informer. Nowhere in the world do not use that word and it become a brand. But Jamaican. But Jamaicans are the one, yeah, that invent that name, that stigma, informer. Nowhere in the world. Anywhere in the world they go and hear it, a Jamaican can go the informer. And that is the same brand people. Brand people, that word informer is a stigma that will create from people, so nobody want to tell what they know. The government has put things in place several times to help to fight crime and violence. But nothing want to come out and go like the government of Jamaica. I never vote. I am of none of the party. Yeah? Run my name. Them a finger you never going to know in for the day me born. I'm a 43-year-old. Me never vote. I'm a Jamaican. For none of the parties. So I am a favor of none. But I can say to you that from ever since the government are putting in things in place to fight crime and violence. Yeah? When them used to have the advertisement that run on TV, stop crime and violence against women and children. Yeah? Tell what you know, solving crime Spain. When you used to burn out people and say people are in farm and burn out people. There's a lot of organization and institution that donates, yeah, and contribute to stop violence against crime and violence in Jamaica. And act like nothing never used to put in place. Yeah, you act like nothing never used to put in place because the mentality of the people have some wild animal. Yeah, you just wait to come near up each other like cannibal. Look where it reach now. That even the criminal them afraid. Even the criminal them afraid of their own self. Them are run from them own self. Because what you people are all fools. And Proverbs in the Bible tell you, the Bible said the foolish man run all when nobody not run him down. Who sin a run on down. Yeah? Me not care who want vex and who want bash. And who wants say Jamaica nice and Jamaica still have good people there and Jamaica this, Jamaica that. Yeah? The children have no future. The Bible says anyone who offend a little child might as well put a rope on the neck with a big stone and hang. And no found down there. Uno sick. Uno not a lot of part with God. Uno do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over. The people of Jamaica are these lawyers and legal aids who are representing these men, yeah, who commit rape, who molest children, who molest these little boys, who defend these men when they murder our children and murder our female, and when you find them and have evidence against them, when you don't put them on, you got quotas to represent them get a little short period of time and come out. Some of them are repeatedly in the prison. They repeat for the same crime. They repeat for the same offenses. I want to see them on the road and just brand them. Hey, man a bad man, man a gangster, yeah? Man go in and come out, yeah? Yeah? Sometimes when I call, hey, my prison body, yeah, man, want to see when I want people afraid of him because one can't get lawyer. But who paying for the lawyer? The same people of Jamaica who balling today have phone tax money and pay to get legal aid to represent these negative men with that committing these gruesome acts against our children. But then you get up and come out and say the prime minister now do nothing, the government now do nothing. Nothing you know. Yeah? Nothing you sisters and brothers know, and cousins and nieces and uncles and neighbors and mothers and fathers know. You sons and nephews and cousins and uncles and brothers are big grown man. But when them see them little picnic in the community and them start bust breasts like them not supposed to bust breasts. Them supposed to bust breasts. Them can't stop themselves. Them can't prevent themselves from bust breasts. Sometimes you see them with a little bump in them face. That don't mean them mature, them ready. It means to keep eye on them and be listening and caring neighbors. Yeah, as them start bust look a breast so. Yes, so they start look oh Miss Mary daughter grow good man. Yeah, man, he start bust breast and he a little body. Yeah, yeah, the mentality And you can't tell them your man, you know, say them man a gallus, you know. You can't tell them say them man a bedroom bully, you know. You can't tell them say them man a Jamaican, you know. Yeah? This is how they represent Jamaica. This is how they represent themselves. Yeah, this is how they represent themselves. A Jamaican man a bedroom bully, Jamaican man a stallion, Jamaican man a the best worker man. This is how they represent themselves. Yeah, by walk pound with pitney them. Yeah, by bedroom bully with our pitney them. This is how they represent Jamaica. This is how they represent themselves. Yeah, them a bedroom bully. All throughout the world, Jamaica are the best stallion, the best rider, the best bedroom bully. Yeah, but look how much our children living with scars and bruises. Yeah, we don't recognize our pitney them exercise themselves, man. For no own a pitney, nofa uno knows, and that's the reason why nofa uno na come out and march and demonstrate. That's why nofa uno na come out come take action. That's why nofa uno na come out come stand beside the children them. That's why nofa. Remember when church used to come out and put up flag and march? Yes, uno burn them out. Uno make Jamaica reach the stage where it is. Who no make Jamaica reach a stage where it is because you no pardon nobody. Who no pardon nobody. Enough of who used to bash children's service. When children's service come and take on the pity them. How children's service now this. How children's service now that. How children's service I do this. How children's service I do that. Yes? And when them look. When these people, these working in this institution of children's service and government homes and abandoned homes, when they look and see uno parents want to do to uno children, want to allow for happen to uno pitney them, yeah, uno give them power, uno give these people power, because a lot of them that work in the institution are predators too, are pedophiles too. Uno give them power, yeah. Uno pick you go in a government institution, and if that's the best place where she can keep safe, where you think she can stay in, where she 24-hour monitor, still go to school and still get education and be watched over. Yes, why you don't take it up in your hand? Yes, to make sure those people that watching over your children, that protecting your children are highly recommended and highly educated to do so. Yes, and monitor them and make sure they are not pedophile and predators like where you are trying to take your pitney them out and try to make your pitney them escape. But instead, no, somehow from the guard the abandoned home and they left them there. Yeah, from them going and only just take them and call children's service band them and that is it. Yeah, somehow that work in these institutions as female. Yeah, you have children going at children homes. Yeah, and them never going there with no belly. And when they look couple months, they have big belly. Where them the belly they come from and they never going there with no belly. Because anytime them are signed up for going to the children's service, when children's service take them, they do a pregnancy test, then do a medical. Them never have no belly when them are going there. So how they come out with belly? Where they get belly from? Because pedophile working in these places, you understand? There was a homes in Mandeville. The St. John Bosco that was in Mandeville. Me have my face for picture, see me. Yeah, there's a homes in Mandeville, St. John Bosco. Yeah, St. Bosco. And let me tell you something. That homes in Mandeville is a homes for boys. Only boys go there. And let me tell you something. I can tell you this for fact. Most of the workers that work there, yes, are retired police and retired soldiers. Some of them even still working in the force, but they do part-time jobs here. Yeah, protecting the boys then. And let me tell you something. Most of those boys have the worst time of their life. Some of them have been abused physically, verbally, mentally, and emotionally from where they're coming from. Some of them, they take them off of the street when they're suffering, not going to school, not properly fed. Yeah, and let me tell you something. When they reach in the St. John Bosco, is another stage of them and them disappointment they might end up in. Is another stage of disappointment they might end up in a St. John Bosco, because most of the workers that work there are gays, undercover gays, and they have wife live home with. You wouldn't know. They have wife. They go home to wife. They're going home to baby mother. They're going home to women. And these men, some of them are Christians. They are, me can tell you. Yeah, they're molesters. They touch the boys in there. Yeah, I remember I have a little boy that I used to go there and visit. I used to give things. I used to drop off things to him. I used to donate to this little boy. You understand? And when one time I got to visit the little boy, and she said, Angela, I want to tell you something because I know you're serious, so you're the only person I can tell. I said, what? Because he said that I tell Mr. Simit, and Mr. Simit said nothing. That time there's a gentleman used to work there named Mr. Simit. Yes, and me a call name. He said, tell Mr. Simit, and Mr. Simit don't say nothing, only tell him to shut up. And he said, Mr. Simit doing it too because him see Mr. Simit do, you know, them boys who get up and down and sometimes they go bed late. He said he get up and see Mr. Simit coming out of the dorm with one of the boys. Yeah? So I said, what Mr. Simit do to you? What happened? He said, Mr. Simit touched me. The little boy said, Mr. Simit touched me, Angela. Mr. Simit touched me. Me said, Mr. Simit is a married man, live with his wife. Mr. Simit is a Christian. Mr. Simit touched you. He said, yes. I said, Mr. You know who Mr. Simit? You know, Mr. Simit is a police officer that working in the police force. He said, yes, we know that. I said, okay, don't worry yourself. And I make a phone call. Yeah, and when I make a phone call, I make the phone call. I never forget. I make the phone call to Miss Monroe. Miss Monroe was the head for Mapen Children's Service down by Guinea Tree. And I call Miss Monroe. When I call Miss Monroe, I tell Miss Monroe, immediately Miss Monroe leave himself and come up there and come get the little boy out there. When them take the little boy to doctor examine, the little boy has been touched. The little boy said, Angela, I rather been on the street out there. A lot of boys in there has been touched. And they're not only being touched by the workers on the, and the employees. They're touched by other boys, other bigger boys. Yeah, they have been touched by the other bigger boys because they share dormitory. And sometimes the smaller boys, they can't fight for themselves. So they have been touched by bigger boys. Even if they're not in the same dormitory because they're smaller boys, they have to use the same bathroom. They go into the same canteen. I mean, like, they're all over the compound. They're all over the dormitory so they can draw them wet anytime and tell them to keep quiet. Sometimes they beat them up and, you know, if they want to talk, you know, if they want to tell anybody, they say they beat them up. Some of these bigger boys, they're there for years. They're not allowed to go out because some of them are rude, some of them are commit gruesome offenses, but because they don't reach consent yet for them to try a big prison, they have them at the boys' home. And these boys are very active. Some of them, the immune system riding them. You understand? So they touch the smaller boys, them. A lot of them have been touched inside here. A lot of the girls, them have been touched in the girl homes by other girls. That's why you see sometimes they run away from the children homes. A lot of time when they're in the children homes and you're wondering how they come out, how they escape, how they run away. Yes, they run away because abuse is inside there too. It coming from the workers. It coming from other girls too. You have a lot of other girls inside here that touch them because you have some girls that live in that inside there for years and they become lesbian. Yes, because the man can't go inside there and the little immune system ride them and they touch them. Yeah? They touch them. They touch them. I'm telling you. I'm telling you that they touch them. They touch them. I'm telling you. That even the homes, they touch them. All because of the negligence of the parents. Yeah? The negligence of the parents. Someone already put out in the pit and have man in our house. The pit said the man do something to him. Or the man try to touch him. Or the man I put certain argument to him. And you pick me, you put out. You call the children's service, go and take your child. If me go call the children's service, go and take the child. The man have to come out of my house too. When me go call children's service, go and take the child out of my house. When me supposed to be protecting my child and put the child in a government home and still have the man there, that means you choose the man over my child. Over your child. You choose the man over your own child. Dog. Yeah, these things is happening. These things is happening. I don't know when me I go live and me attack, me now hold back not when me I go live. Because I'm in control of my platform. Marla, welcome. Jermaine, welcome. Barbie, welcome. Jav, welcome. Thank you, guys. Share the live, guys. Share the live. Taps and share the live. Remember to help me reach my live goal also. Yeah, but share the live. Yeah. So these things is happening. These things is happening. When it was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. Killer Bean, welcome to see the Queen, welcome. The teachers come out with the children, marching with the children, and they were saying their little point, their little about abuse. But it's only the teacher stood by them. I'm gonna wrong the teacher them neither. No negative, keep people out of them circle, the children them circle. Clive, welcome. But I mean, the public should have been out there. You don't have to go close to the children in the children's circle. Because me agree with the teacher them. I don't want anybody to pick the circle neither. And once the children them is in your care, at the teacher, as the teacher, you're responsible for them and to make the choice and decision. Yeah, who come in their present and who not come in their present. Yes, because they're in your care. Sec, welcome. Yeah. But I mean, like, this is an example. Same like how people can get up and march. Black Road, we not no job. We not no this. We not no that. We not no Harsted. We not no Kofat. A job make the pity them a suffer. I go through that child abuse and trauma that they're going through. No. No. Yes, they want food to eat. But no found in mind to pity them. No found a donor. No found we are Black Road, you have money for pay a quotas to pay the maintenance. And you can find money buy ganja and cigarette and smoker and Magnum and buy clocks and the best of clothes. You still a live. You still live with one next woman when our boss says she hungry. But you come out of Black Road and you pay the maintenance when you owe. You find the audacity to live with one next man and breed the next man, but still you not mind the one when they say, well, have no coat, you not mind him, but you come out of Black Road. All people like you know if you come out of Black Road. Yeah? One of Black Road for you not mind on the picnic. Yeah? You not mind on the picnic. One of the Black Road is when you not split the ganja money and the Magnum money and the next woman money and make sure that the picnic they have something. So you can come out on Black Road and say, all right,